Hey everyone, it's Susan. I hope you are having an awesome day. Let's have a conversation about this new term called the U economy. Essentially what the U economy is you've decided, maybe you read 4-Hour Work Week, or which is an awesome book by the way, or whatever it is you did, and you're like, you know what? I'm really done with corporate and I'm just going to create my own personal economy. And maybe it's a combination of things. Maybe as an example, you say, I'm going to drive for Uber and Lyft or both. And I'm also going to do some consulting or whatever it is. And you're going to make up your former wage by doing things that now you are choosing to do. And I know it sounds awesome. It sounds incredible. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can set my own hours. My life's going to be great. Here's the bottom line, guys. Even in the U economy, you're still gonna have to hustle. I made a decision over a decade ago that I was gonna go into the U economy before this was even really a term. And I decided I was gonna make up a few streams of income to supplement my income. So one was I was practicing nutrition. I was gonna still see clients. I had been a personal trainer. I was still gonna see clients. I also was doing some success coaching and network marketing. So using those different things, that's how I made it up. But let me tell you, I was hustling. And formerly, I had been in the corporate world. Before that, I had owned a health club. And when I decided to really be self-reliant and to go for those streams of income that were contingent on what I was doing, I hustled harder than I did when I had a 9-to-5. So I want to give you a few tips. If this is something you're thinking of doing, I think it's awesome. And I think it's a great thing. More and more people are doing it and there are some benefits, but don't just look at the benefits. You got to look at the hustle. So the first thing is give yourself a good 6 to 12 months. Don't be like, that old song, take this job and shove it. You're not going to be that person. It's like, fine, give yourself a period of time and look at it from the perspective of revenue. And now that you're self-employed, okay? Because if you're giving up things like benefits, you have to make that up. If you're in the United States, you're going to have to look at maybe healthcare costs if you formerly had healthcare. And that's the first thing. So give yourself a period of time. Number two, people in your life are going to think you're crazy and they're going to be critical. I just throw that out there right now. Unless you have like a really epic family and they're like, yeah, that's awesome. So when I made this decision, and especially when my husband came home, our family had an intervention. If you're watching, you remember you did this. Hopefully you do. And they were like, you guys are insane, because my husband, Chris, is a professional. He's a CPA. And they were like, you guys are nuts. And here we were. And suddenly it was like all of our income was reliant on our own effort. But we really saw the outcome, which is the life we wanted to create. But we knew we'd have to hustle. We knew that we'd have to deal with the criticism. So number two, you're going to have your critics and you're going to have a thick skin. The third thing is you have got to be an exceptional planner. And as part of getting your plan ready, you're going to want to talk to an accountant. It's very, very important that you understand when you're an employee, obviously your wages are having taxes withholding oftentimes. Suddenly you're working for yourself. So do you incorporate? This is a question. Or do you not incorporate? Do you, if you're in Canada, as an example, at a certain level, you have to remit HST. How do you file for your HST number? A lot of research really goes into it, but unlike the first point, which is creating your exit strategy, this point number 3 is really creating your tax strategy. It's so, so important. The fourth point I have to make is that you want to set up a home office space. You guys know I love organization. I love strategy. You've got to set up that space. Don't be like, oh, I'm in the U economy now and I'm just working out of the kids' playroom. It doesn't work like that. You need a legitimate space, because people who do own small businesses have a higher degree of likelihood, according to friends of mine who are CPAs, of being audited. So if you do get audited, or if someone is questioning your legitimacy, you want to set up an actual space. And we have done other videos on this, and we call it a defined space. So ideally, you take a room and you make it into an office with a door that closes and set yourself up in business. The fifth tip that I want to make is that it is worth it. But don't delude yourself. Don't be like, oh, I'm just gonna work a few hours a day and suddenly I'm gonna make all this money. It doesn't work like that, my friends. On the front end, it is gonna be a lot of hustle. It is gonna be a lot of putting yourself out there, selling yourself, getting comfortable, and dealing with the fact that you might be freaking out while you're actually trying to do all of this. And the end result, though, is that once you do get it going, you do have that time. You do have the time never to miss your daughter's recital or miss your, son's game, or to not bake cookies, or to be at the family events, or even get the massage you want. That happens on the other end of the hustle. So my bottom line message is, yes, the U economy is awesome, but give yourself that time. You're going to have a thick skin. And for more tips like this, check out my website, www.susansly.com. I would absolutely love to connect with you. On Facebook, it's Susan Sly Live. Twitter, it's Susan_Sly. Let's connect. I'd love to hear, the tips that you're getting from this video, and I hope to see you soon.